this is Miss Knight, and I'm going to tell you about the MCF portion of the Ames Web Plus assessment. First, I'm sure you're all wondering what MCF stands for. It stands for Mental Computation Fluency. That means these are problems you do in your brain. You don't use a pencil and paper to solve these. We want to see what you're able to do in your mind without writing it down. This test is testing your mental computation fluency, so it's actually testing your knowledge of mathematic operations, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. It's testing how well you know these skills. We're giving you this test to find out what skills you are good at and what skills you still need to learn. So don't stress too much about the things you don't know. This is a 4-minute test, so please concentrate on the skills that you do know and problems you can solve. I'm going to show you the MCF by practicing some skills with you. So let's go. There's a few things I want you to know before we look at the problems. The first one is that on the MCF, you will be given one practice problem. This problem is not timed, and it's there so that you get familiar with what kind of problems they're going to give you. The next thing you need to know is that when the test starts, you'll be given 2 problems per page. Each problem will have the number sentence at the top, and underneath will be 3 answers that you need to choose from. Lastly, I need you to remember to use your skip counting and problem-solving skills. This test has all math operations that you've learned, and some problems have you using more than one. So you need to use all the problem-solving skills that you have learned. Let's look at our first example. This is an example of the pages that you'll find on the MCF. As you see, there are 2 problems, one on top, one on bottom, and each problem has 3 answers to choose from. Let's go ahead and practice with the top problem, 2/4 plus 3/8. With this problem, you're going to need to use your problem-solving skills. You need to remember what you do when you have a problem with 2 different denominators. The best thing to do is to convert them to a common denominator. I know that 4 is a factor of 8, so I know I can convert the 2/4 into 8s. But how many 8s? Well, I also need to know how many 4s go into 8. I know that 4 times 2 is 8, so that means there must be 2. One of the most important rules to remember when working with fractions is that whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So that means if I times the 4 by 2, I need to times the 2 by 2 as well. So my answer then would be 4/8. Now that we figured out that 2/4 is 4/8, we can do the problem. So we have 4/8 plus 3/8. Well, we know we don't add the denominators together, so we have 4 plus 3 equals 7, so that's 7/8. And I see 7/8 right here. It's the middle answer. We did it. Great job! Using our problem-solving skills made that problem so easy. All we had to do was remember what we knew about fractions and factors. Let's go ahead and try another example. I know you'll do great on this one too. Here's another sample page from the MCF. Again, it has 2 problems on it with 3 answers each. And again, we're going to do the top problem. This one says 7 minus 2 plus 4. This is another problem that requires you to use your problem-solving skills. But this time, we need you to remember something called Pemdas. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. As much as we love dear Aunt Sally, Pemdas doesn't actually stand for that. It stands for parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And it shows you the order in which we do these operations. It's also important to remember the other part of the rule that says when you do multiplication and division in the same problem, you don't have to worry about the order. You just work from left to right. The same is true when you're working with addition and subtraction in the same problem. So on this problem, we just have to work from left to right. We start with 7 minus 2, which is 5. Then 5 plus 4, which is 9. Wow, that was easy. The answer is 9. And I see it right there. Awesome! Going over all these skills and all this information step by step may seem a little overwhelming right now, but these are all skills you know and already use. We just want to make sure that you use them when you take the MCF. The things to remember when you take the MCF are that you will get one practice problem before the test begins. Then, on the test, you will get 2 problems per page, so you need to make sure to do them both. And remember to use your skip counting and problem solving skills. Remember to practice these skills, and you will do great on the MCF. I know you can do it because you already know how. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Happy math!